Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to our Fire Emblem Path of Radiance for Newcomers playthrough. I'm Jokester1801 and let's get started. So we've had a brief hiatus. I moved across the country, so that was exciting. And now that I'm all settled in, it's time to get back into this. So we are on chapter 17, Daybreaks. This chapter is notable because it is actually a four-part chapter. So, we'll see as we go through the videos. But what we'll probably do is have each chapter be its own part, and that'll make it a little bit easier for me. Is that it? Wait, there's more! It seems that Prince Racing was able to escape Duke Tanis's villa and make his way safely to Serena's forest. However, we have word that Tanis's men have entered the forest in hopes of recapturing the prince. We've not a moment to waste. Please, O King of Hawks, reach out your mighty talons, strike down these wretched humans, and rescue Prince Racing. I implore you, your majesty, take wing at once. Why is Naysala not here? His Highness must not be seen here at this time. What's going on, you old buzzard? King Kilvis is the White Prince's friend, isn't he? Well, how do I put this? It's all very complicated. I care not for excuses. If anything happens to Racing, blood will be spilled. Oh, no, please, there's no cause for worry. Duke Tanis treats his works of art with a delicacy so extreme that it could best be called abnormal. He would never let any harm befall Prince Racing. He probably can't even bring himself to touch him. The king himself told me so. That's the only reason he accepted this proposal. Proposal? What I mean is, hold it. You crows set the prince up? Set up? Oh, no. Well, not exact. Please don't hurt me. So that's the truth of it, eh? Naysala treated Racing like a piece of merchandise and sold him to a human. No, that's not. The only one who referred to him as merchandise was Duke Tanis. We never. It doesn't matter. Claiming ignorance does not grant you innocence. You treated Racing like a trinket in a public market. Oh dear. If Racing hadn't escaped on his own, perhaps the Crow King would have rescued him when things cooled down. Regardless, Racing trusted in his friend and followed him into the trap, and Naysala spit on that friendship. That I cannot forgive. Your assessment of this old bird is correct. I am a worm, nothing more. But please, I beg of you, temper your outrage. Let it cool. You're unbelievable. What is it with you crows anyway? Everything you do is so dirty and deceptive. We will never understand your ways. Do you hear me, Grey Wings? I hear you well, young cock, but our nation has its own issues. Please, this is not the time to yell at a tired old man. You must hurry to Prince Racing's side. Once he is safe, you can punish me in any way that you see fit. Tear me limb from limb if you wish. But please, go to Prince Racing, I beg of you. This begging is unseemly and unwanted. We would rescue Racing regardless of this pathetic show of tears. Return to Kilvis and report these events to your accursed king. Tell him that when this is over, King Tabarn of Phoenicius will be paying him a visit. Yes, your highness. Sigh. I know he deserves it, but I still feel bad for badgering the old coot. Your majesty, what will we do now? Oki, use your ears to pick out the sound of Racing's wings, then tell me the direction from which it comes. At once. Janoff, use your eyes to peer between the trees and find me a road. You got it. Human scum. If you think to replay that night from 20 years ago, you'll get no quarter from me. So yeah, now we got more players on the stage. Is that you, Soren? You're up early. Actually, I'm always awake at this time. Really? Yes, you're the one who's up earlier than normal. I want to finish our mission today. I think my nervous energy woke me up. I understand. The last 2 days spent searching Serena's forest for that heron have been frustrating and fruitless. So this is kind of a fascinating thing. In the previous battle, we stormed Oliver's mansion and tried to rescue Racing, but Racing ran off into Serena's forest. And now there's like a little bit of a time skip of 2 days. I'm sure he's in there somewhere, but I agree. And Duke Tanis's men, that's Oliver. Duke Tanis, Tanis? I think it's Tanis. Duke Tanis's men are still hunting away. They must think the heron is there as well. The only place left is the forest heart. That's where we should go today. With luck, we may finally locate our target. I get the feeling it's going to be a long day. Ike, I'd like to report the results of our last battle. Alright, we got 30,000 gold, so that's great. We got some good combat experience. MVP was Jill. We also recruited Dev Don, so that's pretty sweet. Alright, so, like I said, this battle is a 4-part battle. That means that in between the parts, they're each like a self-contained battle. Each part is a self-contained battle. And so you have like a preparations menu. You know how we have the battle prep menu before every battle starts. However, we won't be able to go to the base in between, which means that your units should have like fresh weapons so that you don't have to try to replenish the weapons in the middle of this. So that's something we're going to do. Also, Ike promotes at the end of this battle, so at the end of 17. So what I like to do is we're just going to give him the last 50 experience he needs to get to level 20, because I usually like to have him at level 20 before this battle starts. In terms of promotions, it looks like pretty much everyone's done. We're just going to use some bonus experience on Jill to promote her. And then we might promote Astrid as well, depending on how much experience she needs. Just because she's has max speed, and then if we use bonus experience, she can max out strength and just become really, really good. And then B, like, we don't really have anyone else we need to use that bonus experience on right now, and so it might be worth it to use it on Astrid. So like here we have 3 use heal. We'll want to switch those out. I probably do want to give him a restore staff, so we'll probably just forego the mend right now. The reason I'm not going with the mend is because Reese can heal up to 27 HP with his heal staff, which is really good. And looking at the HP values of most of our units, that's at least half their HP. Also, Nephany is now at C lances, so she can finally use steel lances, which is great. One thing with the armory on this one is that they don't have like javelins and hand axes, which is really sad. But I think we don't super need those anyway, so... Anyone else need anything? I think we're doing pretty good. Yeah, alright. We're not gonna really use Devdon. He's way worse than Nephany is. Alright. I think the servant tells us... Yeah, he tells us just a little bit about how there's like multiple parts of the forest. Yeah, so he's saying, so the heart of the forest is divided into 3 large sections, maybe more. They were afraid they didn't bring enough supplies. There's a lot of mounted and magic users. So he kind of hints at this idea that this chapter is going to be pretty long. But yeah, so what we'll do now is we'll do the bonus experience, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So, Ike got some strength, skill, and defense, which was great. That's what I wanted. I gave Kieran a level. He got strength and defense, which was great. Astrid is now level 20. She has a ton of strength. Got some good defense, so she's looking really good. Who else did? I think that's pretty much it. So now what we're going to do is we are going to promote Jill, and I think we're going to promote Astrid. We'll see how much experience we have. So Astrid takes 100. Yeah, we'll probably promote Astrid too. Just get it done. Is promoting Astrid the best idea? Maybe. Seems unlikely because that's a good amount of bonus experience. But we're not trying to play like the most optimally in the world, so we'll just go for it. Because that way we can just give her an axe now, and she can just be useful now. Yay! Mystical Sun Magic makes Joe Wyvern Mold. Man, those are some good promotion gains. 2 strength, skill, speed, and defense. Awesome. So yeah, now Joe's really awesome, and she can use axes now, which is also great. We'll probably give her at least a steel axe. Alright, then we can just promote Astrid. It's only 80 experience, so it's not too bad. Alright, now we get to see Astrid, and now our main... After this, our main force will be promoted, which is great. That's honestly ahead of schedule from what I normally do, so that's pretty great. Mystical Sun Magic. Bum, 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 bum. Woohoo, 3 defense? Nice. Astrid is now my... So we're going to give her axes, because axes have higher might than lances. So that'll be nice. And now Astrid is my strongest paladin in terms of just like strength and speed. She even has more strength than Kieran. Alright, so yeah, we're going to give Astrid a steel axe and a hand axe. And we're probably not going to use the iron bow again, but we will give her the killer bow in case she needs that. And then we'll give Jill a steel axe. That sounds good to me. And then since this iron lance has more might than the steel lance, we'll just give her a hand axe. And there we go. Alright, and then Ike can just get another steel sword and iron. We'll just give him a steel sword. So one thing to keep in mind is since I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this map makes you drop items if you don't have the space for them. Oh yeah, I also gave Oscar the Night Ward. It doesn't super matter anymore. Not really matter at all. And then we'll give Marcia the full guard, and that's because she has less defense than Jill. Not by much, but she does. And so then that way we can just... The full guard, just as like a reminder, so what the full guard does is that it negates any bonus damage a weapon might have dealt. So for example with Marcia, bows don't do effective damage to her, or wind magic, when she has the full guard equipped. Alright, I think we're ready. Now it's time to dive into the battle. So again, just make sure that you got your weapons and everything fresh and prepared, because this battle is pretty long. I believe this is the place where we ended our search yesterday. I realized something a couple days ago. Even in this forest, you always know exactly where you are, don't you? Hmm? How do you do that? I think it's a lack of color, but these woods are starting to look the same to me. Yes, that's a problem. Ike, we're approaching a large clearing. I think we should have the Apostle and some of the others wait here. Good idea. Even if we find the heron today, there's no need for them to tramp through the forest with us. We're going to head deeper into the forest and continue the search. Please wait here. If we find the heron, we'll send for you immediately. I understand. My Lord Ike, everyone, please be careful. We're counting on you. Sigrun, Tanith, may I entrust the princess to your care? Of course. You've no need to worry. We will protect her with our lives. Very well. Until later. And here we go. Time to embark. Such creepy, ominous music playing. Alright. Grail mercenaries, move out. Uh-oh. There's a good buddy Oliver. And by good buddy, I mean deplorable enemy. Gah! Haven't you fools found my precious little bird yet? I've no doubt the poor thing is even now quivering with loneliness and cold. Duke Tanis, I've just received word that the mercenaries who invaded your villa are in this forest. Blast those wretches! They're here to steal my bird. Their souls are black with greed and jealousy. I have found beauty incarnate, and I will not relinquish it. Only I, Duke Tanis, can appreciate its worth. I'm sure that's true, Your Grace, but what about the mercenaries? What should we do about them? Hunt them down like dogs. Let none leave this forest alive. They will not rob me of my prize. But, Your Grace, they serve at the pleasure of the Apostle herself. Striking them would be... Leave the Apostle to me. I can deal with her once this is finished. All I need from you is silence and obedience. Is that clear? Yes, Your Grace. I beg your pardon. There they are. Do as Duke Oliver commanded. Slay them where they stand. Let none leave this forest alive. Not man, woman, or child. Wow, how noble of them. Oh, not the Duke's soldiers again. I think it's about time we put an end to these fools. Listen up, everyone. Let's end this here. Alright, so, one thing I wanted to do was make sure Soren had a heal staff. Because now that he's a sage, we gave him the ability to use staves, and now he can heal people, which is really awesome. Alright, and then the other thing is that I only get to take 10 units for this map. And then in the next 3 maps, you actually get to bring 2, 2, and 2 more units. So that's pretty cool. In so doing, what we're going to do is we're going to probably just bring this 10. And then we'll have like Oscar, Titania come after that and stuff. Now, the one annoying thing is, this is your last battle prep screen to access the convoy. So make sure that this is your last chance basically to make sure you have all the weapons and stuff you want. Because after this point, you can't access the convoy with units you've deployed. The other thing is, I like to deploy Volk in this first map, not because there's necessarily anything I super care about stealing in this first map, but because there's priests and stuff, especially one with a physics staff on the next one, and Volk comes a little too late to be especially helpful in that one, so we're going to bring him in this map. Alright, so we're going to have Nephany go there, that. Alright, let's go for it. Here we go, we begin Stage 1. Alright, so just a couple things. It's a pretty easy map, just 14 people. You have some venom edges, so these venom weapons poison your units. The antitoxin can then stop that poisoning. We also brought a restore staff with Reese, so that can heal poison as well, the poison status effect. You do have like a sniper here. Now you do have to be careful because he has a lot of critical. So that is something to watch out for. And speaking of critical, the boss is a killer lance, so that is something else to watch out for. Besides that, the other thing is that there's this swamp stuff here. This stuff impedes your movement, just like that servant priest was saying in the info conversation. So I'm just going to bring up Nephany here. She can just take out this guy, hopefully. Nice. And then what we can do is, this guy has a bow, so I want to make sure people have 1-2 range when they're in his range. We can just have Void kind of charge forward with the steel axe. We're going to have Kieran run up and hopefully take out this guy. Oh yeah, he has a javelin. We're good. Easy. Do be careful with your weaker units, because this guy can trapeze across the swamp there. And then Astrid can run forward, and she can use axes, so that means she can counterattack people. I'm just gonna have Jill take out this guy with a hand axe. Oh, with her javelin, I guess. So close with the hand axe. She did 17 times 2, so she was off by 1 HP. We'll have Marcia just kind of charge forward here. And then I'm going to mark this guy's range because I don't want to put Reese in his range. But I will put Soren up here. And then Volk can kind of just come up as well. So since a lot of our units are promoted and just generally pretty strong, we're just probably going to tear through this map pretty easily. Oh my gosh, boy just one-shot that guy. Nice. There's those guys. Alright, so, this guy has 19 attack. So, Boyd could go right here and equip his hand axe. So, Boyd has 11 defense. That means that sniper with 19 attack is going to do 8 damage to Boyd. So, even if he criticals, Boyd's going to be just fine. And Boyd has 17 speed, so Boyd is going to double him. Alright, we can give Soren this kill here. Maybe use Elf Thunder. Haven't used that in a while. Thunder Magic is actually really good in this game. Wind Magic is fine. It's just a little weak. Fire Magic and Thunder Magic are really good. Thunder Magic's the best because it has the highest might and it has good critical. So I'm just going to have Nephany weaken this guy. If the sniper attacks Nephany, she has more defense than Boyd. She has 16, so this guy would do 3 damage to Nephany, so not a big deal. And then I can have Astrid finish off this guy here. First use of Astrid as a promoted unit. Woohoo. She still gets a ton of experience because she's promoted. I can have... So Marcia can use swords. I forgot to give her a sword, but that's not too big of a deal. Kieran can run up, take out this guy. And then he'll just come on back here. And then Jill could run up and take out this guy. The nice thing is now that Jill has lances and axes, she has full control of the weapon triangle, so we don't have to worry about any weapon triangle disadvantage. I'm going to try not to have Ike see too much combat because he's level 20 and so he doesn't gain any experience. We'll just heal Boyd next turn and then bring up Volk. So there are some people who appear in the back here, so I'm just going to leave Marcia back here. So yeah, that guy decided to go for Boyd because he does the most damage. So I said he was going to do 8 damage, but Boyd is in a thicket, and so the thicket gives 1 defense, which means the sniper only did 7 damage. Speed. No speed. Oh well, 17 speed's actually like good enough. Alright, so yeah, here's the people. The biggest one to watch out for is the Killing Edge, because he actually has some high attack and high critical because of the Killing Edge. Nothing Marcia can't handle though. Unfortunately, she can't double him either because he's actually like pretty fast. If we bring down Kieran though, Kieran can use his javelin, weaken this guy, and then Marcia can just kill him. Easy. So I wanted to kill the Killing Edge guy because I didn't want to give him an opportunity to attack me. We'll just have Soren use some Elfire. Now the problem with Thunder Magic in this game is that it's pretty weighty, and Soren is not very strong, and so he gets weighed down pretty badly by it. That's why I usually go for Fire Magic with Soren, because like you can forge a Fire Tome, and then Soren doesn't suffer any weight penalty, and he still gets high might. So it's just kind of what you prefer. Now this thicket is like the place to take out the boss and this longsword guy, and then you're not in range of the mages as well. So that's what I like to do. I'm going to put Jill there and just give her her Iron Lance. She has 20 defense, so this boss is going to do like 1 damage. I could give her her Steel Axe, and then the boss would do 0 damage because of weapon triangle disadvantage on his part. But she would have a lot less hit on this guy, and I don't really want to deal with that. So we are not going to. Alright, so let's have some people move forward here. I do want to be careful not to get into ranges. So I guess I forgot to mention, this map is a route map, which means we have to defeat all the enemies. So yeah, this guy's not going to die because Marcia doesn't double him. But that's okay. The other guy will die though. Excellent, excellent. Speed. No speed. Huh. Got some defense though, so I'll take that. So yeah, now this guy's gonna attack Jill. Hopefully she just one-shots him. Yep. And then she should be able to double the boss. I didn't actually check his speed though. There we go, easy. Here's our first Jill level up. Strength and speed. Magic, skill, speed, resistance. Well, I'll take the speed. That's pretty sweet. Don't really need the Killer Lance. So there are some enemies that just appeared over here. Another Venom Edge guy. What we'll probably... And then this enemy appeared here. What we'll probably do is I'll have Jill come over here and take out this guy. Just with her lance. And then that way she can take out the Myrmidon dude. The sword guy. That's right there. On enemy phase, and then hopefully we could just finish this. Ooh, that was a little weird. Hopefully we could just finish this map this turn. So yeah, there's Marcia, take out that guy. And she can come on up here just in case. Jill does double that sword guy, so that's great. Kieran and Marcia actually have a support. They don't really get too much from it, just 5 hit to avoid. But that's better than nothing, I guess. And then what I can do up here is Soren could run up and take out this guy. Takes no damage, does almost perfect damage, which is nice. Nice job there, Soren. And then Astrid can run up and take out this guy. Just one shot. That's what I like to see. You do have to be careful with that El Thunder Mage that Soren defeated, because El Thunder has high critical. And so there is a chance that he might critical your units. And then we'll have Boyd just use the Iron Bow for 100 accuracy. 100 hit. And now we're pretty much good. Once this guy attacks Jill, the battle's over. Boom, and boom, got it. And there we go. Curses, they just keep coming. How many soldiers does he have? There's no telling. He is a bishop and a senator, and he holds peerage, and that means he could command many men. Perhaps we too should call in a few reinforcements. What do you think? That's not a bad idea, and while we wait, we could take a breather and reorganize our attack strategy. Let's do it. Alright, there's stage 1. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.